Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now, today's review is for the brand new Netflix original movie, All Day and a Night, directed by Joe Robert Cole. Essentially, this is a movie that takes place in Oakland, California, in the hood, and I gotta thank my man, Rashad G, for turning me on to this flick. I went to his YouTube channel, checked out his review for this movie, immediately hopped on YouTube and rocked this funky joint. This movie was something that made me feel like I was at home, man. Growing up in Compton and now living in Sacramento, I'm only an hour and 25 minutes away from Oakland, California. So I can relate to everything in this movie clearly. It stars my man, Jeffrey Wright. You also have Yahya Abdul Mateen II. I can never get that man's right. He's Black Mantis from Aquaman. Jeffrey Wright, y'all know him from those James Bond movies. Me personally, Peoples from Shaft. And you have Ashton Sanders. He's the leading role in this movie. He's the young brother that was in Moonlight and also in Equalizer 2. And this is a movie, coming of age story between father and son. And when you're growing up in the hood, your father is the key ingredient to you being who you are for the rest of your life. Your mama is always there. Sometimes mama makes mistakes, but hardly ever. It's the father's role in a young man's life that is essential to his survival and well-being in the hood. Because if you have no relationship to your father, automatically you fall to the streets. And every element in the streets is shaping you to be the man that you ought to be, or maybe not ought to be. And you gotta be real careful. It's small moments in time that will change you forever. Jeffrey Wright's character, the father, was not the best role model. He had a substance abuse problem when it came to cocaine. He couldn't hold a job, but he said something that meant something to me. When a man has one felony, he's done in America. He can't get a job. He can't get food stamps. He can't get, special housing because he's a felon. He can't get it. So how you expect a man of that caliber to support and take care of his family? He can't do it. He's forced to be on the streets to sell drugs and do things like that. And it never ends well. It never ends well. You're gonna die or go to jail. Those are your two options. Nobody who lives that lifestyle ever makes it out. Movies glamorize it. It ain't like the movies. That's not how it ends. But it follows young Ashton's character his whole life. The movie opens up, he's in a playground in the hood, watching other kids play basketball and stuff. He's sitting there with his little action figure playing around. Some dude say, "Hey man, what's this?" Bigger kid takes it and walks up. "Hey man, give me back my toy." "Forget you." "Give me back my toy." "Forget you." And what happens? Get his ass whooped. The man walks up with his toy. He goes home, he cries to his dad. Remember, you got a hood daddy. "What? He did what? Took your what?" Next time somebody do something like that to you, you bust them upside their damn head. Don't be soft out here in these streets. The mother's crying. "Look, woman, I'm telling you, the only way to survive in the streets is to get back at suckers like that." He goes to school. He sees homeboy, grabs a rock, busts that dude upside his head. Everybody jumped in, kicked the living daylights out of homeboy. Did it make him feel better? No, but he did what his daddy told him to do. Again, he sees what his dad does. He's a product of his environment. His daddy talking to people crazy on the phone. He see his daddy arguing with his mama, complaining that he ain't got enough money. When people don't pay him, he got to go out there and take care of business. And you got to be careful when you're an adult. You never know what your kids are doing. Sometimes your kids are spying on you. His son must sneak out the house behind his father and follow him down the street. Watch him take care of business. Jacked him up for life. And then as you grow up, you get homeboys you meet in the street. Hey, what's up, man? You want to come to my house and hang out, blah, blah, blah. Some of your friends grow up to be maniacs, psychos, straight predators. And when you go around jacking people for their chains and gold necklaces and money, sometimes you can take it too far. Yo, man, next time I see you, it's you. Oh, what did you say? What did you say? His homeboy went ballistic and bust that dude upside his head like 9 to 10 times. Pistol whipped him. Went too far. He had another homeboy that he grew up with. Dude was a straight nerd. He was a straight arrow. The military got in his head. Come join the military. It's good for you. Get you out the hood. Dude had his father, mom, good house, sisters, aunties. Went to the military, came back, hobbled up in a wheelchair. He was done, son. It was minutes before he was gonna just die from what the military did to him. So he sees that. He gets a job at a shoe store. White women walk in. What are you doing? You're robbing the place? No, bitch, I work here. Stuff like that's going on in your head. Then, what probably pushed him over the edge, he was an aspiring rapper. The dude was pretty good. He was always going into the basement, making, underground tapes. The dude wanted to make it, putting out YouTube videos of him rapping. And that's what he wanted to do. That's the one thing that kept him sane that his father didn't teach him. The dude had a skill that could have gotten him some money. When he finally met another aspiring rapper who's popular, the dude said, yo, man, I ain't a rapper. I'm a straight hustler. I'm out in the streets. Rapping is my second thing. No, I'm a straight G. Rapping is just a cover. So that kind of messed him up. He thought maybe this dude would help put him on. Dude didn't have his best interests. And then the dude was asking me, who's homegirl upstairs, man? Back in the day, girls did favors, to get on your album, whether it was a blow job, whatever. Hey, that's just how it was in the hood. Don't be offended. And homeboy said, man, who's your girl, man? Is your girl named blah, 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 blah? Man, I know homegirl, man. She made all kind of sex tapes with homies. I got her on video right now. You want to see your girl? And then she was on drugs. Homeboy was like, what? You know my girl? Next time I seen him, he showed him the tape. Effed him up. So he went, got with his girl. What's up with you doing all this stuff? That was a long time ago. You remember my brother got killed and blah, blah, blah. Everybody got a pass, and not everybody can swallow somebody else's past. What made it even worse, he got her pregnant. They're about to have a baby. Still kicked it to the curb because his feelings got hurt of what some homeboy said about his old girl from back in the day. Yeah, he got it on tape, but that was back in the day. Some homeboys can swallow that, some just can't do it. Then it gets to the point where he's on parole, man, and him and his homeboy is chasing some white people down his white neighborhood. See, when he was working at the shoe store, some white girls in here running her gap about, oh yeah, I would only date gangsters. I got this, I got that. So they say, no, let's rob this broad. They follow her to the whitest of white neighborhoods, get pulled over and get got gaffled by the police. Had them in separate rooms questioning them, Dude, what are you doing? Luckily, your homeboy didn't have any drugs in the car. Luckily, dude, just leave that stuff alone. You're getting caught up. He kept getting caught up. He kept getting caught up. To the ultimate, Yahya Abdul Mateen's character recruited him. Dude, you can run drugs for me. I'll be your savior. I got you. You gotta put in work. I give you some weight. We can do this. And homeboy was dangerous because there's a scene in the movie that was celebrating somebody's birthday, and how we do it in the hood, we block off freeways and streets late at night, and we have our music playing in our cars. Brothers and sisters getting their whips, be scraping around the streets. You got females hanging out their car, spinning. Woo! Man, that's good old-fashioned hood life. I love that stuff. And somebody was out for Yahya's character, tried to kill him, killed his homeboy. Homeboy pulled out a gun, pop, 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 with no problem. He got with it. Dude's dangerous. You might not want to work for a dude like that. And then the ultimate sacrifice, he does something for homeboy, life in prison with a baby on the way. Mama kicked him to the curb because his daddy wasn't shit. Come to find out, he goes to prison where his daddy's at. Father and son in the same prison for life together. Now you can work on your relationship. Now your daddy can be that daddy that he never was before. Your mom kicked you to the curb because you're just like your daddy. You got funk with her new boyfriend, bust him upside his head, knocked his ass out. Your mama said, I'm through with you, get out. All these elements pushed him over the edge. He did what he did to be in prison for the rest of his life. So let's rewind everything. Boom. Little kid takes his toy. Boom. Best friends and maniacs see him pistol whip somebody. Boom. Your girlfriend used to sleep with a whole bunch of people back when she was on drugs. Boom. Your other best friend went to the military, came back. Now you hate the military, what they did to your friend. Boom. All these elements. Boom. You see your father commit a crime right in front of your eyes. Boom. Your father's a crackhead, cocaine addict. Boom. Your mama blames him for everything, blames you for everything. Boom. What's up? You're doing bad in school as a kid. Your grandmother dies, and something about grandmothers, when the grandmama dies, young black boys just go nut, 8-ball crazy. And we never make it back. That's usually the one person that keeps us sane. And dude, it's sad, man. It doesn't have a great ending, but it has a little promise of hope between father and son, building their relationship. And sometimes it's the son got to teach the father how to be a human being to himself before he can be a father to his son. That's usually how it goes down. And this is all too common in our neighborhood. It's all too familiar. And this movie hit me right here and was cool. Man, Joe Robert Cole, you did the damn thing. This movie is excellent. It was nice to see a movie that was gritty and grimy, but shot beautifully. Because people don't understand, oh man, you from concrete Vietnam, man, it's nasty out there. No, it's not. Compton got palm trees. We got a sea breeze. We got sunshine that come down. We got flowers in the hood. Okay, we got birds that chirp. We got hummingbirds. Okay, we got seagulls. The hood is just like everywhere else. It's a part of life, and it's a section on this earth that exists. But the man shot it where you understood the hood can be beautiful at times, even though it's a place that has a lot of rotten core to it. And I really appreciate that about the movie. The cinematography was beautiful in this movie. And yo, give it a watch. Take up some of that quarantine time. Click on Netflix and check out All Day and a Night. A good hood movie. Remind me of Boys in the Hood. Kind of remind me of Menace to Society. It's on those lines, man. It's really, really, really good. With that, I say like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends, and more importantly, yo, leave those comments down low. And I'm out. And it's just my point of view. Hello. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Without you, there's no me. And do us a favor, stop by the website at www.blacktastic.net and pick up some merchandise. Get yourself a hat or pick up a t-shirt. It's things like that that help keep the channel going. And also, feel free to leave a donation on the home page at www.blacktastic.net. Thank you all so much. Again, you make this so much fun. Without you, there's no me. Until next time, see you later.